Hey, sixth grade. So today we're going to study when character traits collide. Last class, we thought about how sometimes power imbalances explain the tensions in relationships. So I've thought about that since, and it's making me notice some power imbalances in my life as well as in my book. And I bet that's happening to you as well. There are other moments, though, when I notice tensions between people, and it feels like there may be something other than power getting in the way of people getting along. So this reminds me of a book that I purchased a few weeks ago, and it has all of the astrology signs and it explains how to best relate to a specific sign. So I'm a Sagittarius, and that means I'm a fire sign. But because each zodiac sign has character traits associated with it, we get to learn more about ourselves. In theory, though, each zodiac sign is more or less known for being likely to get along because of their traits. So while astrology is a fun tool for identifying our own traits, most of us already know that our traits have a lot more to do with who we are as an individual and our life experiences that made us that way. There are certainly times that even good friends or romantic partners don't get along, and those clashes are just temporary. But sometimes the clashes between characters are much deeper. These characters have traits that, when put together, cause discomfort and sometimes even friction. So today, I want to teach you that sometimes two characters might clash because of something that's entrenched and long-lasting about their traits. So we can start to analyze the reasons for these traits colliding to come to deeper thinking about the characters and their relationships as we continue to track them. Excuse the car in the back. All right, so we're going to look at two characters who have traits that seem deep and fixed, and that might cause them to clash with each other. So in this scene from Moana that I'm going to show you, Moana's father is the chief of the tribe, and Moana is poised to take over. So her father wants her to act in ways that he feels are best for the tribe and fitting for a chief. From the start of the film, there have been signs that Moana and her father clash. And I'm sure some of us can relate. Let's study this relationship, and let's look at one of their clashes and see if we can figure out whether this clash is caused by traits that are just colliding.
They're pulling up less and less fish.
Then we'll rotate the fishing grounds.
There's no fish.
Oh. Then we'll fish the far side of the island.
We tried.
The windward side?
And the leeward side, the shallows, the channel. We've tried the whole lagoon. They're just gone.
Well, have you tried using a different bait?
I don't think it's the bait. It seems like it's getting worse and worse.
Of course, I understand you have reason for concern. I will talk to the council. I'm sure
What
we can.
We fish beyond the reef.
No one goes beyond the reef.
I know, but if there are no fish in the lagoon,
Moana,
and there's a whole
we
ocean,
have one rule.
an old rule when there were fish.
A rule that keeps us safe
But Dad,
instead of endangering our people, so you can run right back to the water. Every time I think you're past this, no one goes beyond the reef.
Wow, so there are some traits colliding here. When Moana suggests that their fishermen go out into the sea, her father is furious, and it seems that her father wants Moana to settle down, be satisfied with life on their small island. But Moana is drawn to the open sea, which is absolutely forbidden. So some of you may already be thinking about their character traits and that they might be the cause of this clash. Like Moana is adventurous and her father is fearful. Or that Moana is an explorer and her father is more of a homebody. That's one way characters' traits might collide, or one kind of trait collision. So their traits are kind of opposite, which is one theory for why they clash. They have opposite traits. Let's chart that. So you can take this time now to start typing into your notes or add to the notes you already have. So when character traits collide, how do character traits intersect? Let's keep watching.
Well, it's not like you said it in front of your dad. Standing on a boat.
I didn't say go beyond the reef because I want to be on the ocean.
But you still do. He's hard on you because
Because he doesn't get me.
Because he was you. Drawn to the ocean, down by the shore. He took a canoe, Moana. He crossed the reef and found an unforgiving sea. Waves like mountains. His best friend begged to be on that boat. Your dad couldn't save him. He's hoping he can save you. Sometimes.
Great, so I hope you were able to notice any more evidence that our theory is true. They have opposite traits. So now I'm curious to know your thoughts. So did this new information prove or disprove our theory about why they are clashing? You can raise your hand in the chat or you can type your thoughts. Great, so I'm pretty sure you're saying wonderful things. But this is a big revelation, and that actually Moana's father used to be a lot like her. Brave, adventurous, drawn to the open water, but he got caught in a storm and he lost his friend. So no wonder he's the way he is. And he's just trying to be protective, which most of our parents usually are, right? So here's our aha moment. Many times characters clash, but not because they're different, but more because they're actually very alike. Let's chart that. You can add that to your creative entry notes or mini lesson notes. Great, so were you able to see how I just studied two characters who always clash, came up with an initial theory about the traits that caused them to clash, and then we kept reading and watching to see if the new information proved or disproved our theory. In some cases, one character has a strong trait, and another character wishes that he or she could be that way. In other cases, both characters strive to be a certain way. They clash because they recognize their weaknesses in one another or even their strengths. So I want you all to continue trying this strategy in your book club talks and in your notes. Pick two characters, think about their traits, and why do they clash? See you next time.